Hello, everybody. Be patient with me. There we go. How's that? Dom, how you doing? That's funny. It's really funny. All right. Are you all ready to cook? How you guys doing today? It's been a long day. A very, very long day. It's been a rough day, but it's been a beautiful Sunday. It took me like a good 2 minutes to tie my shoes today. That was fun. But it's okay, because here we are now. And today, we're going to make, yet again, another soup. Today, we're making borshch. It is originally a Ukrainian dish, but is enjoyed throughout all CIS countries. Eastern Europe, even the world. What's shaking? Andrew Gio. Cheers. Been looking forward to this since the cabbage soup. Love these live videos on Sunday, brother. Hey, thank you so much for joining me again. All right. Greetings from Indonesia. How you doing, Indonesia? Let me bring this phone a little bit closer. I can barely see. I can barely see it. There we go. Okay. So, we're gonna get this nice and hot, okay? And I got my chat open over here so I can read, because on the phone it's like impossible to see what anyone's saying. So I'm gonna turn this up and get your pot nice and hot. A medium to high, but this burner is very slow, so we have to warm it up now. No. The red light is, it's just a good nighttime light. It's a very good nighttime light. Let's get out the cast iron pot. And we got that heating up. We're gonna give that about, I would say, a good 4 to 5 minutes to heat up. The soup's gonna take you about an hour to make, because we're gonna saute. We have ribeye cut thin. We're gonna cut these into chunks. Typically, you would like to use like a veal shank, something with a bone in it, so you can get that flavor. But if you want to be able to cook this in an hour, because we do an hour on Sundays, you're gonna want to use ribeye. It also has all that fat in there, all that flavor. It's a very, very tender cut. That way you don't have to cook it that long. This is typically a slightly more expensive cut of meat, but if you're doing it for 2 people, it shouldn't add up to that much. I think these two cost me about $20. Drove an hour 15 to Pittsburgh for the rehearsal for the power to go out. 30 minutes in, but all was good. I got back home in time to see this recipe. Wow, yeah, I guess we've all had a rough day today, huh? Watching a live stream while working at office feels good. Got accompanied by a live stream. What do you do? What do you do in an office? Tell me what you do. All right, that is still heating up. This is a very patient, very loving Slavic dish, and I need to repair that paper towel rack because that thing is a disaster. How was y'all's week? Did y'all have a good week? Tell me about your week. Tell me all about your week. You got any snow? Looks cozy in there. Yeah, it's super cozy. You got any snow in the neck of your woods? No, there's no snow here in Phoenix. It's too hot. It's too hot here. We do have snow up in a part of town called Flagstaff, but it's already heating up. Like, it's super hot. Like, burning hot. How's that? How's that lighting? Is that good? I work HRD staff for private university in Indonesia. Cool. I don't know what that is, but that sounds pretty cool. It's been in the 80s all week here in LA. Yeah, I bet. LA's a hot one. I live in North Carolina. We just got hit with a huge snowstorm. Yeah, I bet. I bet. That must be fun. I do miss the snow. I really do. I used to complain about it a lot, but I really do miss the snow. There's something calming about it. I thought about it the other day, and something about snow, I think it just makes everybody really calm, really docile, and just, I think it just equals everything out. There's not as much violence when it's super, super cold. Like, you don't want to do anything. And I think that's what's nice about the winter. Of course, here in Phoenix, it's hot all year round, so you can always do something. Previously feels like Upside Down from Stranger Things. Yeah, for sure. What you making? We're making a borshch. If you just come in now, we are making something called a borshch. And this is starting to get heated up. This is taking a while because this stove is weak and this pot is cast iron, so it takes a lot longer to heat up. I don't even know if that was the way to go, but you know what? Once this gets hot, it stays hot, and I think that's a good thing. So we'll just use what we can work with. On the way back from the city, I found a butcher with pork belly, so I'm gonna make that pork anchovy dish you were excited about last week. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see what that. You got to do it. You have to do it. Gotta be a red sauce over that, right? Not necessarily. But yeah, probably, or at least just like diced tomatoes. You don't even have to do red sauce, like because there's so much flavor in that. I think maybe something lighter, like maybe deglaze it with a wine, and then just like throw in some tomatoes and let that thicken up. Because honestly, yeah, I don't think you want too many tomatoes in there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Good to serve for family gathering. Yeah, this is perfect for family gatherings. This is this is a Slavic favorite. Oh, I forgot to say. If you have no, you know what? Let's do ingredients first. So we have ribeye cut thin. We're gonna cut that into chunks. You're gonna need about a half of an onion. You're gonna need about a quarter of a garlic. You are going to need 5 beets. I almost couldn't count for a second. You're gonna need peppercorn. You're gonna need tomato paste. All right, let me pull up the rest of my ingredients because, like I said, it's been a scatterbrain kind of day. As you can see, I'm tired. Look at me. I look very worn out. Okay. Potatoes. We need two potatoes. Like that size, okay? 2 potatoes. Got it? We're going to need you know, you think I would have just gotten this prepared beforehand, but no. Sorry, guys. Bay leaf. I swear I just saw you like 2 seconds ago. Okay, bay leaf. Thank you for waiting. Bay leaf. That's finally starting to get hot. Okay, what else do we need here? Cabbage. We need cabbage. Almost forgot the cabbage. And cabbage. We can put that right there. Okay. Good to go. All right, let's see. On the way back, let's see. Okay, got it. It's good to serve. What is bougie? I don't know what that means. White wine, little garlic, knob of butter. Yeah. All that. Just got done reviewing for an exam on Tuesday. This is a perfect thing to watch as a cool down. What was your exam for? Tell me what your exam was for. Ever since I saw you on TV, I've been super fan of yours, man. Really inspired me to pursue my love for cooking and being myself. You got a cool demeanor about you. I love you, amazing person. That's so sweet. And you're a cool person for saying that. You really are. Where are you from? I don't know how to read your name. All right, this is starting to get hot. Let's bring the camera over here. I'll show you how to do this. I think that's as high as it goes. Here, let's try this. All right, can you see that? Is that a good angle? Does that work? Cool. All right. This is hot. We're gonna take those filet chunks. And we're gonna chop them fairly thick. We want bigger chunks. Alright. So like that. Okay. Gotta give you a better view than that. Let me fix this camera. I think this is how you... Yep, there you go. There we go, look at that. Now we could really see in there. Let's do that. How's that? All right. So you wanna just get a nice sear. Make sure you open the door because you don't want to steam up the house. And you want to cook it for about a minute on each side. You just want to get a nice brown. You got all that flavor. See that on the bottom of the pot right there? You see that? That's the flavor, all right? That's where the flavor is at. And at this point, about a minute on each side. We're gonna add four and a half cups of water. All right. We're gonna let that come to a boil. This is the part where you wait. This is the long part. You cook the beef first. How's that? Cool. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see this? All right. This may be my favorite format you've ever done, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. I had to look it up. Pork belly. All right, okay, so we got the beef, big chunks. We gave it a nice little sear. We added 4.5 cups of water. We can add more water later. Right now, we are going to prep what we need, okay? So you're gonna want 1.5 cups of cabbage. About 1.5 cups of cabbage. That might be a little more. That's probably 2 cups. But 2 cups is okay because cabbage shrinks. 2 potatoes. We're gonna do decent sized chunks. Like a little bit bigger than a dice. So, like that. Okay, and we're gonna put this right here. Let's organize everything. Onion. You want to do about 1/3 of that onion. And again, just small dice. Because you don't want the onions too thick in this. You don't want them to be the star. You kind of want them to melt into the soup. So try to get that real nice and small. All right. Beets. All right, where are we at? I do love cabbage. I do. You better be making a slaw to throw on top of a Philly cheesesteak with all that beef and cabbage. Philly cheesesteak, it's been a while. Haven't had one of those in a long time. Philly cheesesteak, wow. Does it matter to you cooking in an electric stove or gas? What's your preference? I prefer gas. We have an electric. It's a little less scary to leave the house. I don't like gas sources in the house because, you know, gas explodes. I already have enough gas in this house to explode this house to space. So smooth, let's go. Is it possible to substitute the meat with chicken or fish? Yeah, you can do that. I would probably recommend chicken so it has more flavor. You could do this even vegetarian or vegan, like you don't need to use meat at all. But if you want it to be authentic, then yeah. I mean, this isn't authentic because I'm using ribeye, but more authentic, you know. Oh, forgot to set the timer. Okay. I think we have about 20 minutes there, so let's take a quick break. Quick break. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all have any questions? Because I have answers. But we're gonna go take a little break. But if you have questions, right now is the time to ask. Where does the dish originate? This originated from Ukraine, but it's eaten all over. What would be your last meal if you had to? Probably Sarah's breakfast cakes. Is it cold outside? No, it's like 65, maybe 70. I live in Phoenix. Tell me about your day. How was your day? Come on. We have 20 minutes. I have made a very delicious pad thai. That is one that I know how to make very well. I do enjoy pad thai a lot. The secret to a good pad thai is the tamarind. You know, everything that you've ever asked me if I've ever heard of, so far it's been a no. You have a plan one day to visit Eastern Europe countries? Yeah. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, I really want to go. You want to see where I want to go? I'll show you. Where are you? Where are you? Right here. To visit my friend Cavoni, Georgia. Then I want to go here. But right now, I am here. All right. And this is in case you get beat up really badly and you need to put back on your uniform. And yeah, put back on your uniform. All right, let's go back in the house. Nice choices. You will go there one day. I hope so. Let's go check this. And you want to get this on like a low simmer. not a rolling boil. Let's not go crazy. So I am going to go take a leak because I've been holding it and I've been drinking lots of coffee and soda. And y'all can stare at that fall. You see that foam on top? That foam on top, we're gonna get rid of it. All right. So that foam right there, we're gonna take that out. We don't want that. Get rid of that foam. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna prepare the beets. So you just want the end. You're gonna want to peel those, okay? How's that? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Let me catch up here. Personally, I have Italian roots, but my mother's side is German Polish. That's so sick. It's a good mix. It's a flour and potato dumpling stuffed with breadcrumbs and Parmesan topped with sauerkraut and brown gravy. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Do you want to try tom yam kung fried rice? It's a very native Thai dish. I don't think I've ever tried that, but yeah, I would love to try it all. Thai food is one of my favorites. I remember last stream you mentioned opening a restaurant that serves what's in season and what you feel like cooking. Do you have a plan on how soon you'd like to get something like that going? I would get it going as soon as possible, but I'm waiting for a sign. I move on God's time. Raw beets. I've only ever had them pickled. I'm excited. Yes, raw beets. You ready? We're gonna peel those. One down. Dude, North Korea, that'd be funny, man, huh?
Can you imagine? First restaurant, well, that wouldn't be the first restaurant, but brand new restaurant, North Korea, serves Italian food and coffee. Alright, 2 more to go. Let's bring this closer. How's that? Russian coffee spaghetti meatball for your lady. Okay, you know what? Let's do them spaghetti and meatball this week. I filmed 2 recipes today. It was a long day, but I got 2 recipes. I did something called the tushune kuritsa smetana. It's a tushune kuritsa smetana. It's a chicken stewed in sour cream. And the other recipe that I filmed today was a what was it? Oh yeah, it was clams with a white wine and smetana. So here we go, 5 beets. We're going to do them like matchsticks. But really thick matchsticks. Like that. That's fine. You can keep them chunky. It's perfectly fine. I'm so tired. My knife skills have gone down the drain. It has been a long day. There we go. We remembered how to do it. Does anyone in this chat know what the back rooms is? If you guys know what the back rooms are, let me know. All right, there we go. Good to go. And for the onion, I'll do about 1/3. And for the onion, or for the garlic, you can keep the skin on. Just make sure you smash it. Just give it a nice smash, like that. All right. Whew.
You guys with me? I almost forgot. We need carrot. One carrot. Same thing, matchsticks. Matchsticks. Okay. Come over here for the next step. We're gonna add the onions. Just the onions. The cabbage goes last because it cooks super fast. You don't need to cook the cabbage that long. All right. Culinary fluidity is flawless. Thank you. I am such an anxious mess when I attempt to cook. Dino makes it look so easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's very easy. You just have to take your time. Love what you're doing. You know? And have fun. If it's not fun, then it just sucks. You gotta make sure you're having fun. Is there anybody out there that drinks pickle juice? If you drink pickle juice, let me know in the comments. All right. I'm gonna add the carrots now. Time for the carrots. Put those carrots right in there like that. You see that? See that? Like that. We're gonna cook that on a simmer for 5 minutes. So you're gonna wanna set your timer for 5 minutes. And make sure you always wind your watches, otherwise they'll just stop rolling. Come on, y'all have any questions?
We got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. Ask me questions. 8:46. Look at that. Look at the time. And we're almost done. We're almost done. This is a 1-hour soup. And if you use oxtail, like you would for ossobuco, this would take you probably 2 hours. But we're using ribeye. We can do this very quickly. Questions, come on, talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me. You're very sweet. That's very kind. Two watches, so I have Phoenix time, and I have Russian time. What inspired you to fall in love with Slavic culture? Or do you have roots of Slavic? Let's say both. Is that an answer? You know, I like languages, okay? I like different languages. I grew up speaking English. I grew up in heavily concentrated Hispanic areas, so I heard a lot of Spanish. And my family is Italian, so I heard a lot of Italian. But when I heard Russian, it's just such a beautiful language. And you go to Kazakhstan, and they look like me. You know, we have Asian features. But over there, they speak Russian. And I think it's the most beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful sounding language. That is some dedication for wearing two watches. Very dedicated. I gotta know what time the portal starts. All right, let's give that a stir. Let's give that a nice little stir. Okay, we're going to now add the beets. And at this point, it's been about 49 minutes. So, putting the beets in at the 49-minute mark. And as you can see, it takes the color very quickly. Very quickly. After you get the beets in there, you're gonna want to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. Tablespoon. You know what? Let's go with 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. Look at that. Can you all see that color? Look at that. Okay, we got some time to kill. We're gonna do that for about 10 minutes. And And you know what? These Yukon Gold potatoes take forever, so we'll throw them in right now. We'll throw that in there with the beets. Potatoes. Let's go ahead and cook that down. You want all those starches of the potatoes to thicken up that soup. Look at that color. All right. Yes, very beautiful language. Most important piece of advice you could give to an aspiring cook. Most important advice, aspiring cook. Cook everything, okay? Like, try every food from every culture. Just go to every type of restaurant. Order as much as you can and remember what your favorite dishes are. Now, when you figure out what your favorite dishes are, go home and research how to make that dish. Everything is on Google now, you know, you can just look up any recipe and just try it. Keep trying it until you can actually make it taste like what made you fall in love with that dish. Now, when you perfectly recreate that dish you love so much, you just learned how to cook that dish. And it could be a Thai dish. Like I learned massaman curry maybe 10 years ago, and it's just been one of my favorites. There's different things, you know. I've been cooking a lot of Indian food. I love Indian food. Indian food's spicy. Indian food's healthy. Well, healthy when you make it at home. If you go to an Indian restaurant, you can expect about a gallon of oil. All right, time for garlic. Drop the garlic in there. Feel like you can smell the food through the screen. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. My grandfather wore 2 watches as well. He loved Frank Sinatra, but believe it or not, he loved my instrumental music. I showed him. So my question is, would capers work in this soup? Yeah. You know, man. You already know. Capers would work in this soup because you do need either a vinegar or a lemon at the end. You're gonna want a vinegar or a lemon. It's optional, but I like the flavor that vinegar brings out. So yes, using capers would absolutely work as long as you use that caper juice. Use some of the juice from those capers. You guys want to do dishes with me? Let's do some dishes. Let's show you what this looks like. I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, but last night I actually slept and it felt good. You know when you sleep and it felt good because you slept, and then after you slept, you're like, dude, I slept really good. I actually finally got some sleep. made you become inspired with cooking? What made you want to jump back into cooking? I needed a break from my other project called Light Gray VHS. I have another project. It's a Russian film project on YouTube. And it's called Light Gray VHS. And I don't know. I just needed a break from that. And one day, I guess maybe I heard the Ratatouille song again. And the Ratatouille song just kept playing in my head. And it's like, Dino, I think it's time to cook. So, you know, now it's time to cook. That's just how it goes sometimes. Look at that color. Can you guys see that color? What do you think about that? Nice, huh? Very simple. You can make this at your dacha. Ah, there's a leaf. Okay. Let's do this. Through the leaf. How's that? Is that cool? Through the leaf. Okay. What are your top 5 cities? Top 5 cities I want to visit in Russia. I want to go to Krasnodar. I want to go to Novosibirsk. I want to go to Voronezh. I want to go to St. Petersburg, for sure. And then, I don't know. Maybe Stary Oskal. I was only kidding. I know you knew, well, that would work. Matt, I know you know my music is ridiculously absurd. Your music's sick. You have a very, if that's you on guitar, then you know how to play guitar. That's all I can say. Like, I heard your stuff. You know how to play guitar. Red on red. Yeah. Are you talking about the soup and the lights? I guess I picked that. You guys see my Minecraft laptop? Hello, what you making? Okay, if you're just joining us, we are making borshch. It is a Slavic soup, originated in Ukraine, I believe, but it is eaten everywhere, and it's very delicious. Beets. Okay, yeah, let's talk about beets. Let's talk about beets. Beets are good if you are athletic or if you work out. You'll notice when you eat beets that the next day your muscles just feel better, stronger. You're better healed. I don't know. I thought it was BS, and then I tried it, and it's good for you. Eat beets. Eat your beets. Dwight Schrute grows beets for a reason. Kazan. Yeah, is that where you're from? Kazan? I want to go. I can't just name 5 cities. There's too many places I want to go to. It's so hot in here. It's really hot. All right. How y'all doing? How was your Sunday? Everyone have a good Sunday? Today at church, our pastor, we have a black pastor. He's very lively. It's a very black church. I love black churches. They love God with a passion. Anyway, The pastor today was talking about how we have gifts that we're given, okay? Gifts that we can discover, you know, your talents, things that you're good at. And if you don't put them to use, then they're never used. You have to walk in faith. You have to go, step out and do things that you might necessarily be afraid of. You have to put on a brave face. We're gonna add the cabbage now. Cabbage going in right now. We're gonna take one decent sized bay leaf, toss that in. And just a couple peppercorns. We're gonna cook that cabbage for 5 minutes. It got a little thick, so I'm gonna add one more cup of water. But that's okay, because we're gonna salt it at the very end. Let's see if these potatoes are soft. Beets need a little bit more time. So let's let that cook. And you know what? We can do this. Let's do this. Let's take the lid and cover it. Yeah, still exploring. Definitely still exploring, because there's things that I did not know I was good at. I'll tell you the secret. So when you ask God for wisdom, you get it. And if you really want wisdom, well, unfortunately, you're gonna get it. So I asked God for wisdom because we were looking up houses in Quebec. We were looking to move, and a lot of these houses had problems with them, like, I don't know, wood, roofing, even plumbing, lots of some of them mold. And it's like, well, you know, if we have a house there and it's falling apart, I'm gonna have to call people to fix this all the time. I'm like, no way, don't wanna do that. Rather fix it myself. So I said, God, I need wisdom. I wanna know how to handle anything when it happens, anything breaks. And guess what? Everything in the house started breaking, little by little. And I didn't grow up learning how to be a plumber. I didn't grow up learning how to do drywall or any sort of construction, but when things are breaking, I'm learning to fix them. I have become a plumber in the last 3 years. Like, I am good at it now. I just installed a bathroom sink and I like cut pipe and pieced it together. Like, I was like a real life Mario. And I'm doing this and I'm like sweating and I'm like, dude, this is frustrating. I'm trying to figure it out. But once you figure it out, now you know how to do it forever. So I looked up, I said, oh God, thank you. And guess what? Like, just learning how to install a sink gave me like mad confidence, mad, you know, it was just a feeling, like a high. I was like, oh, that's sick, you know? And I installed it to the wall, had to do a little bit of woodwork for that. I installed this, like I got a piece of wood, sanded it, stained it, and installed it on our old island. And things you do all day, every day, it just helps you. Just do stuff. Just do stuff. Do whatever. Do whatever you want. Go out there and just stay active. Stay active. I'm working on an opening track for when we wait for your live stream to start on pre-live. I'll send it this week. Can't wait to hear what you write over it. That's pretty cool. I like that. Bro, you're seemingly good at everything. No, well, I'm mediocre at a lot of stuff. I'm like decent at a bunch of weird stuff. Like I just got into tech last year and I'm like actually getting pretty good at it, especially old DV tapes. Soldered copper pipe. Nope, I haven't done that yet. Haven't done that, but I just might learn. I think we're gonna take up blacksmithing next because we want to, make our own knives. Got the feeling of I am him, exactly. Once you do it and you get it, and like this bike, I wanted to take it apart. So you have to rip off the tank and it has the gas in it, and then you have to unplug the fuel lines, you have to unplug the electronics, and it's like, okay, that seems complicated, but then you watch a YouTube video, everything's on YouTube now. Like you can do anything. I mean, most stuff is on YouTube. That's how I learned how to deal with old camcorders. So I took apart my bike, followed the directions. You know how good I felt after that? Like after I took that bike apart, sanded it, painted it, reinstalled it, filled it up with gas for the first time, and now I know how to ride my bike proper. Like I've gotten so comfortable on my motorcycle, it's not even funny. It takes time, it takes patience, just like everything, and you have to have fun doing it. Couldn't agree more. From where I came from, we always thought by our parent, as long as you're still alive, you will keep learning things. Exactly. Exactly. One day I will live abroad. Where do you live? My problem is I'll learn how to fix something in my house, then completely forget by the next time it happens. Yeah, that happens to me too. So the best thing you can do for that is just film yourself doing it and then create a tutorial and watch it. It works. It works. Shouldn't be drinking caffeine right now, but whatever. Isn't that such a feeling that it's hard to explain? Yeah, it is. It very much is. All right, let's check on these. Check on it. Let's check. Let's see what it says when we open up this. All right, y'all ready? Let's see what it looks like. Get in there. Let's really get in there. Oh, it's 9:10. We're 10 minutes past. So maybe it's gonna take you a little longer. If you're doing this because your date's coming over, you might want to start this. You might want to start it like 3 hours in advance. The longer it sits, the better it gets. Do you watch anime? I don't. I used to watch it, but I'm afraid that if I watch it now, I'll get obsessed with it, so I kind of don't want to. Because I do like cartoons. And you know what? Here. Since we like the acidity, and since our friend here mentioned using capers, which is absolutely, absolutely brilliant. We're gonna take this pickle juice, which has been brined with dill. So all the flavors we already want. And we're gonna use this instead. And we're gonna do just a nice little splash. Maybe like 3 tablespoons. And now we're gonna salt it. Let's start with a pinch. Start with a pinch and a half. Probably need way more salt than that. You know what? 2 pinches. A little more salt. So about, I would say probably about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. The potatoes are in there, like this thing needs salt. Okay, it's getting there. It's getting there. That's the right amount of salt. Okay, that is good. Here is the kicker. Here's the kicker. The babushka's secret. There's a nice, about teaspoon and a half brown sugar. Usually it's sugar, but I like the flavor of brown sugar because it has that like molasses, so I'll show you. I'm gonna show you how to plate this, of course. Let's see, is that potato cooked? It is. Look at that, cuts right through. And it's very brothy. It's very brothy. It's not thick like some might imagine. It's a little thicker because obviously the starches, but it's a very brothy soup. And here's a little secret, okay? If you make this right, if you do this correctly for your date, well, let's say, gentlemen, you do this correctly. Your date comes over. If she enjoys it, she's either Slavic or she's got good taste. Now we're gonna shut this off. Shut it off. And we're gonna transfer that to the cold side. let it sit for 5 minutes. If you have cabbage, make sure you always throw your cabbage away in the trash can. If you try to throw it down your kitchen sink, it'll come up in your bathtub, trust me. And you're gonna wanna save those beet greens because we're going to use them in one of the next recipes. Never waste. All right. I'm lucky enough to have a father that showed me so much stuff around the house. That's good. That's good you learned. It's very good. Because you need to know how to do this stuff. It's very important. My goodness, Dino, that looks unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. Are you still vegan? No, I'm not vegan. I really think you will be successful at YouTube if you stay consistent with it. I'm happy you're live streaming here and now. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what successful means. I guess success for me would be teaching people how to cook delicious, affordable meals to get you through life. Things that are comforting, things that remind you of home, things that you've never had. Exotic foods to some, and with very minimal ingredients, well, very not so expensive ingredients, because you know sometimes things are rough. Not a lot of millionaires out there. Most of us are working folk. I'm a working folk, and you take these very inexpensive dishes and you can make something that's more hearty, more good for your soul. Like the two recipes that I filmed today was Russian classic. It was called Tushenaya kuritsa v smetane. It's a stewed chicken in sour cream, and then the other one is more of an Italian forward dish. It was a clam with white wine and smetana. So very similar ingredients, but very different elements. And the way that the sour cream and the white wine just coated the clams, I put it over a bed of buckwheat. And if you don't know how to make buckwheat, I posted a short on how to make buckwheat. It is in there. Are you still in Arizona? I'm on my downtime and would love to visit you and Chef Bianco on a winter road trip. Yeah, you know where to find me, Phoenix, Arizona. Let me know when you're in town. Then you are successful. You're an inspirational person to us. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna let this sit 2 more minutes. I'm gonna show you how to plate it, okay? I will give you a cool shot on how to plate it. Let's come over here. Let's show you how to plate. If you had a meal prep, one meal for weight loss for an entire month, what would it be? Turkey and rice. You should monetize. I'm trying to hit that super chat button. I think we're almost there. I think we need the watch hours. I just started posting again, so. They're good. Let's get closer. How's that? Does that work? What's your favorite tattoo? You look like you've gotten more ink since MasterChef days. I have. My favorite tattoo is the Minecraft skeleton on my neck. All right, let's grab some of this borshch. I want to get a little bit of everything. Right. Obviously, we're gonna add a little smetana. And some fresh dill. And if you guys want to see me try it, stick around. If you hate watching people eat, leave now. And I hate watching myself eat. I can't eat in the mirror, that's for sure. Okay, I'll take you over here. You guys still with me there? Okay. Okay. Here we are. What a day. What a long day. All right.
Let's catch up. Yeah, my favorite tattoo, Minecraft skeleton, for sure. Me and my boy Vinny, this is our off season. I would love to go on a road trip. He can cook and own a drum kit. I can cook and live on 7 strings. You're an incredible chef. I'd love this to happen. Yes. Come to Phoenix. Let me know if we can actually collab in person. That looks perfect. It looks like it thickened up pretty quickly. It did. It really did. Have you ever finished Minecraft? Yeah. I think twice. I think I played it through twice, but I don't like finishing it anymore. I just play. Now I just play. Digging that dog. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The dish looks splendid. Thank you so much. Dino eats. Let's effing go. Language. Watch your language. I love the torch. Thank you. Can I take the ice cream out? Yes, take the ice cream out. All right, let's try this. We just made a classic, not so classic borshch. Can you go over what it is for those that joined late? Yeah, so today we made a borshch. Google says that Ukrainians invented it. Perhaps they did. But it is now a big, popular Slavic dish. And we eat it around the world. Y'all know what borshch is. Just if you want the recipe, watch it. I'm going to post the ingredients in the description so you can go shopping. And if you guys are following me on Instagram, I post the ingredients that you need to buy for the Sunday Cook Lives on my stories. I can make official posts. I'll even post it on YouTube. I'll make sure that you guys get the list. So let's try this. Okay, follow the recipe exactly like I showed you. Follow it exactly, okay? Because it's good. It's good. Baby doll, I'm happy. It came out, dude. It came out. Wow. That's good. That's very good. I'm so happy. All right. I'll answer like 10 more questions that I gotta go. I gotta get some sleep. I have a big day tomorrow. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning. Questions. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm gonna set my 2-minute timer. Ask me questions. Let's finish up. I do want to say thank you for everybody that's joined. For everyone who watches this, thank you for watching. Let me know if you make this recipe. Comment it. Let me know if you make this recipe and let me know how it comes out. Let me know what you think it needs. We can discuss the flavors and I can help guide you. If this video doesn't help you, then send me a message. And if you don't want to use pickle juice at the end, you can use obviously vinegar or lemon juice. Favorite dish you made in 2025? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Probably an egg sandwich, to be honest. What did you put in at the end, the white stuff? That's called smetana. You can use sour cream, but if you want that authentic Slavic flavor, smetana. You can get smetana at Russian grocery stores, or like an Asian grocery store that sells Russian products. Do you get skate session start from tomorrow? What do you mean? Yeah, tomorrow is Monday, so we do skate session Mondays. What is your most underrated cut of beef? I would say I wouldn't say it's very underrated. I do like the way that New York strip tastes, um, but I really like ribeye. It's not. It's the one we use today, and I usually like to get them thicker. The one we had, well, the one I bought was thinly cut. Obviously, I just got the cheapest stuff, but it works. There's so much fat in there; it brings flavor to your dish. You should live stream your skate sessions. You think so? Would you all watch that? I post a lot of random stuff, and it doesn't seem like anyone's interested. It usually, a lot of people keep asking me for like cooking content. Been a pleasure joining you, man. You're an amazing dude, and I love following you. Keep on being your best self. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love, okay? And I will be here. You gonna watch it, really? Okay. One day I will live abroad. Please tell me again, where do you live? I don't know, the cooking show you did with the tray flip interlude was pretty fire. Oh, you saw that. You saw that. So that morning I was skating, like we had a skate session. I was so tired by the time I got home, and that morning I got a first try tray flip, super easy. And then I was just jumping down stuff. Like if you look at my Instagram of the last skate clip, I was just like jumping down this one ledge where you have to jump up and then you have to jump off, and I really wanted a kick flip and I got it. But I came home that night and I was like, okay, I got to do a recipe. And then I was like, I'd like to do a tray flip because I got like 10 minutes on the clock. That tray flip took me like 5 or 6 tries. Like, I don't know if it was the apron or I just wasn't feeling it, but I don't know, something with skating. If you're like not in the groove, like you want to feel like dancing basically. If you're just tired, it's not going to be fun. Like you have to have dance energy. We'll follow whatever you post. Let's go. Thank you so much. I don't do Instagram really, but when I randomly remember to go there, I see your stuff and that's where I saw it, I think. Cool. What do you usually hang out? YouTube? I'll start posting my the shopping lists on YouTube so y'all can see it if you don't have Instagram. This is so good. I get really shy about eating on camera. So I'm gonna wait until we're offline and I'm just gonna devour this. It came out so good. I'm so happy. It came out so good. I'm so happy. Your babushka would be proud. YouTube and X, really? Are you on TikTok? No. X is the old Twitter, right? Or the new Twitter? TikTok. No, I have a TikTok, but I don't use it because I just don't really like posting on social media. I like to. I don't know. I like to get so busy doing like random stuff, like filming random crap or like exploring abandoned buildings or riding my motorcycle. I get too busy for social media. I'll try to post stories often just to like say, hey, like I'm alive, but I'm not a big social media guy. I'm too shy for that crap. Okay. It's 9:36. I kind of want to play. I kind of want to play a round of Arc Raiders, so I think I'm gonna go do that. Man, stay safe on that bike. I'm sure you heard this a million times, but people are ridiculous on the road. Yeah, no, I know, and it doesn't matter how much practice I have. These people like, no. And I've taken Sarah on the bike, but it's like when it's too busy around this neighborhood, I try to stay off the road because around my neighborhood, there's an accident every single day. Always an accident. Like every day I go out and I'll see an accident all the time. And it's usually like because in Phoenix they make you take these lefts in the middle of an intersection and they don't give you a lot of stop signs or stoplights. It's just like the Wild West. It's absolutely wild out here. Have a good night, dude. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too. Thank you for the live streaming. Thank you for accompanying me at work. Have a good game and good rest. Hey, have a very beautiful rest of your day at work. And remember, when you get home, do something nice for yourself, okay? See you next Sunday. Yes, I will see y'all next Sunday. Expect a recipe on Tuesday, okay? Tuesday. Let's do this Tuesday. I love you so much. Paka paka.